Yeah, and when you do the pull, try to think that like a snap, you're trying to pull their head down under your chest a little bit because that will really make them want to lift back up. You're not just pulling them towards you, you're pulling them down. Okay. Yeah, like that. That's it. Basically, you want their head to kind of smack into your chest. Nice. Good. Yeah. Good. Do one more. Hey, relax. So yeah, that one's kind of the easier one to get because it's easier to get an underhook, I feel, when you're holding the dude's head. Because if I've got his head, chances are he's in really tight like this. And so when I go for the underhook, holding onto his head stops him from getting away. Because sometimes if you let go, they go, wow, and you can't underhook them anymore. So on the other one where we go pull, push, and underhook on the same side, it has to be quick. And it's often like a really subtle little movement just to get a bit of space. You kind of do that. The person jolts back and you hook your hand underneath. So don't do a really big pull push. Keep it quite subtle, boom, boom, and scoop that same hand in, and you just got to get the body lock quickly. But this one's actually tighter when you get it because it just drops under their arm really quick. And same, just conventional grip. Go. Yeah, good, good. And really keep your head close to the bag. That's it. Yeah, nice. All right, relax. So on the technique element there, probably the main thing where I'd go, okay, have a quick look at it is the collar tie. Now your bag will lend itself to this one because it's big. So it's like you're grabbing someone who's got a really big head, but also the floppiness where you have to like hold it up. But ideally when you grab the head, just like an underhook, you don't want the elbow joint to be able to bend in that direction. Like ideally, your forearm is actually on their chest like that. And so it's like this so that they can't underhook you, because if you go like that around their head, they can get under your arm, and it's the only thing that's going to stop them is your elbow like that. And this on someone's head like a tie clinch makes it really hard to get past your forearm, and they'll keep trying to push your elbow up to get underneath. So when you reach up, you don't want your arm in that position. Ideally, you shoot it a bit palm up like that, and so you can grip it. I think the videos come back here. If I'm wrestling someone like this and I'm reaching on their head, and then when I go into a collar tie, I probably pull, and I'm going to spear my hand down and grab their head like that. And so the idea is, you know, some failed snaps or whatever, they come up, boom, and I hook their head. And you can see my elbows right across my center line. Because if they've popped up and I grab like this, they can, one, shoot at my legs, but they can also get at my body. Whereas if I'm like this, it's hard to shoot at my legs and it's hard to get at my body. It's just, you know, the wrestling T-Rex stance. That's why they're like that. So you can never get under here and get underhooks, because once they get underhooks, you're fucked. So let's drill that. All right. We're on the bag and we just do a quick jerking snap and boom, underhook. boom, underhook. So there's no push-pull, you just hear, quick snap into a really tight underhook. So elbow on the bag, and ideally it barely comes off.
Okay.
Yeah, good. And actually be quite close to it, like bring your hips in quite close to the bag, so it's like quite upright. Yeah, that's it. And if you just watch me for a sec, as you do the jerk, just drop your hip back for a moment, whoop, whoop, like that. And so you leave space for the guy to kind of like this and lurch forward. And then as he just straightens up, you take the hook. So it's really quick.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. Good, good. And have the head in the middle while you've got the top position, while you've got the collar tie. That's it. Yeah, nice. Good, good. And bury that ear into the bag. And just do one more. Yeah, that was a good one. Relax. But that bag's dying. Look at it. Yeah, so that's good. That all looks good. Those underhooks look good. The other thing I would say is in the finishing part of the lift, and it's a part of that bag, is see if you can maintain head contact, because often you end up using your head on one side and the body lock on the other as the thing that you're pinching them with, because people are good at getting away and they make you stretch your arms like this. And so it's hard to pull, but if you wedge your head against them, you know, it's like a second arm, or third arm, sorry. Form like this, but it's kind of a second arm because this is now acting as one to secure them. And you lock your head on, and that's how you often end up making the lifts, is with the side of your head. Okay, let's go to gable grip and the bumps. So this time we'll just do a double entry, so push, pull, like we're more on their shoulders, like a quick hit snaps kind of thing. Boom, boom, and when they come up in like this, gable grip, and the one where we bump it to the other side. Gable grip's generally, I think, better for the side bumps because you've got a bit more room. So yeah, boom, grab, up and twist.
Okay.
Yeah, very nice, good. Yeah, excellent. Good. On that one, probably went kind of in between the movements, do it more as like 1, 2. Yeah, nice, good, that was great. Just do one more. Yeah, excellent, excellent. Okay, time. And so that movement that you were just doing then, it applies in a lot of positions that aren't just going for takedowns. Like say, I know it's hard to imagine because there's no one here, but I've got a dude's back, but I don't have my hooks in, and I'm still body locked around his body. To get the hooks in, if I can go bump, shift, I can often get that foot in before he falls back down, if you know what I mean, or the guy's like turtling really hard and not letting you get your hook in. If you've got a powerful body lock and you can twist him, you tilt for a moment, put the hook in and then jerking back the other way. And so you can kind of like manipulate people with the power of the body lock from, like if you get a go behind, you just lock your hands around their waist. And if they're not giving hooks, you can use that bumping method to get a hook. Like you have to be fucking strong, but hey, that's what wrestlers are. And so last lift we'll do before the break is doing butterfly grip. And so as you'd remember, that's usually when you're behind someone because they can peel your hands apart really easy in the other two grips, whereas this one's hard. And so this lends itself to high lift. So we're just again, same basic setup to come in, get the butterfly grip and do a true, we're trying to bring it quite high.
Okay.
Nice, yeah, that's great. Yeah, look at that. Nice, just do one more lift because that bag's dying. Yeah, good, and relax. Just grab some water, man, and we'll go into the takedowns after this.
All right. Cheers.
Alrighty, so yeah, we'll go into the four major body lock with no legs. And so first one, forward diagonal, probably the easiest one of all. Oh, I reckon backwards is maybe easier. But so just basic lift, boom, just take a step or two, step past them with the side you're going to throw them to, and wrench, and all the way down to side control. So as you would have felt when you wrestle with people, like a lift and true like whoop body lock is kind of optimistic against people your own size. And when because all they have to do is this, and it's almost impossible to get them off the ground. It'll more just be, and they're often not even off the ground, they're just getting stretched up, and you'll just wrench quickly and drive with your chest. And so the important thing is more the driving with your chest part than the lift and the arch. The lift and the arch is just a cool part. But yeah, just get them up, boom, boom, and chest down to the ground. Excuse me. And just go front corner either side. Go. Nice. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, good. Yeah, we'll do one more each side. And just as you go to make the throw, just tilt your body a bit away. Like if I'm throwing them that way, I'll turn this way just as I start to lift and go like that, because that enables you to get a good wrench. And also think that the movement's going to speed up as you get closer to the throw. I know we haven't done this throw for a little bit, but it's like step, step, and it just the whole thing starts getting faster and faster as the action goes through. Try not to go pause and dump, because that's when the person goes and puts their foot out.
Okay.
Yeah, good drive. Good. Yeah, and just do one on the other side. Nice. Yeah, yeah. It brings it down hard. That's good. Yeah, it's somewhat similar to, you know, the single leg that we were doing, where you snatch and just run them over. It's got some similarities to that in that you get this body lock and you get them up. And a lot of what actually takes them down is simply how fast you accelerate forward compared to the fact that they're stretched up, and so they can only, you can't go back very fast when you lift it up like this. Even if you can touch the ground, you can't generate any force. And so if you just run past them, often that just takes them over, just running clean over the top of them. So let's do the reverse corner. So lift, walk backwards, twist, and follow them down to the chest. I would argue this is probably the easiest. Oh, yeah, it even gave him some extra hang time. That was a big throw. Yeah, do that to someone at jiu-jitsu. And just do the last two as quicker throwbacks without the big setup. So just pull them back and just twist quickly to the side. Yeah, nice. That's it. That's it. And just one the other way like that. Nice. Yeah, that's it. Beautiful. That's got good arc on it. That's excellent. Yeah, so those and the variations are the main ones that you get on people. And it's usually, like I said, it's not even off a lift. It's usually just that you can bend them with the force of your body lock and get them into an uncomfortable position and just slowly inch them towards the ground, or just run them down with your body lock. It's the body lock that's the key. That's why you need that good head position. Let's do throw back. So this is the one, walking backwards, lift and switch the hand to the chest, and then walk and dump them straight backwards.
Okay.
Yeah, nice. You can tell you've gotten stronger. You handle that bag a lot easier. Beautiful. That's it. Yeah, good. And just keep a wide base. You can go through into the like Kezagatami position, but you still want to have a wide base. So you probably can't see my legs, but you want them wide apart. Like if I'm down here in Kezagatami position, I still want to be like almost out in the splits to control the guy, not with the legs close together. And so whether your hips down or hips up, try to have big wide space in between your legs. So just do one on each side like that. Yeah, like that. That's it. It's just so much harder for the guy to roll. Yeah, beautiful. That's it. It just makes you so much flatter. And the other thing you can do, which again you won't be able to see, is lift your whole body up and just push with your toes and your chest, like, you know, the kind of wrestling tripod. And it's so hard to get out from underneath that when it's driving down into you. It's pretty much impossible. You can't submit anyone from the tripod, but you can hold them still. And so the last one's the run over. So pick them up, start going forward. And this is the one where you just lift and suddenly run past them and end up in side control. No legs, no nothing. Bump, and it's just the power of the bump, whoop, and run past into side control.
Okay.
Yeah, good, good, that's it. Nice, nice. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. Just do one more. Good, 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 good. Okay, relax. So yeah, the other major one that we did was directly sideways, but because that's kind of rare, it's covered in those actions. You'll get there kind of thing, basically. So the next thing we looked at was knee reaps. I think we'll go straight to foot sweeps, so this session will take forever. So the first one is going to the front corner, lift, boom, boom, and as you go past them, a true foot sweep. And so the most important thing when you do this on the bag is make sure you go down with it, because it's really easy to just go and just let go. But if that was a person, they'll scramble back up to their feet. So lift, get past them, trip, and land down on the same side that you trip on.
Okay.
Yeah, nice, perfect.
Killed the bag again. Just give me a tick, I'll tape it up.
Oh yeah, sure. You can tell that bag's only got a certain number of throws left in him. So we'll go to the back corner. So again, lift, take them back. And what I do is, if I'm going to sweep with this leg, I'm going to take quite a big step with this one to get past the bag. So I'm taking them back and then biggish step, whoa, and take him backwards. And so, yeah, it's a backwards trip, but it's not like just the straight one like judo, because the body lock, they're too close. You have to rotate, and that's why I take that step, just to give yourself the ability to twist and rotate and take him down to the back corner.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Did the bag die again?
No. I'll keep going.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Nice. Perfect. Good landing too. That's it. Right down on the chest. Yeah, good. Okay, relax. Yeah, that's great. Well, I think we'll go to snaps, or you're just going to get exhausted if we keep going through more of these throws. I know you've been throwing now for about 25 minutes straight. So we'll just go to basic snap and go behind. Now, most important thing on a sprawl, I can do that here. And I'll just angle the camera down a bit. Okay, most important thing on a sprawl is there's elements of it that are like a dolphin dive. The chest should hit before the feet. You see a lot of people and they sprawl and they do this. Like it's a burpee, like they're going into the push-up position. That actually, if you missed the guy as he shot, and if you went boom and faked, you've just given up a go behind. Literally, because they'll just snap your head and they'll spin right behind you. You don't want to sprawl further than you need to. So what we do is, as we hit the sprawl, it's like the chest hits first, and that pins the guy. And then because we're on them, you can kind of then decide where your legs go from there. You don't just go ka-splat, you know, like that. Where some people do it a bit like that just because they're not taught how to do it. And so, yeah, as we do our snap, think you're trying to put your chest on the guy, but have your feet land a moment after that. Ideally. It's pretty hard to do. So yeah, we'll do just snap with a sprawl and go behind. Good. Just when you do that go behind, remember to angle the hips up like that so you can sit through. That's it. Yeah, nice. Good. That was a really good sprawl as well. Good. Yeah. And time. Well, at least the last snap down will suit having such a floppy back, because we'll do the front headlock, and we'll do it a little bit like a dude's fighting you off, you know. So say I've got the dude, I get, like we're wrestling on the heads, I get a snap to front headlock, but I don't have anywhere near enough force to try to sprawl on him. It feels like I'll slip off if I do. And so instead, we're stuck in this standing front headlock. Now I can maybe reach a leg or do something like this, but if we just want to finish this move, we go boom, catch, and then we'll basically just pull them underneath us, one, and slowly force them down, which is how it happens because the person resists. And so snap, further underneath, until you've got him all the way down to the ground. So just do it in a few stages.
All right.
Yeah, nice. And go behind, and finish the go behind. Good, good. Yeah, that's clean. That's good. That go behind on that side looks really good. Yeah, and just when you do it on that side, because it's harder for me to go to that side as well, and it's because we're reaching over with our left hand. The other side, we can anchor on the far side with our right hand a bit better. So when you do the front headlock on that side and you're wanting to reach with the left hand, really think, I'm going to grip the shit out of that thing and pull yourself into the go behind, because you don't realize it, but you're naturally doing that with your right hand. And so, yeah, when you do the reach with this side, get a really strong grip on the bag before you try to go, and it'll feel a bit smoother.
Okay.
No, that was the wrong way. Yeah, do it with, get the left arm over and it'll pull you across.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like that. You just grab it really tight. Okay, relax, we'll move on. I mean, those are the two major snaps. You're either just sprawling him underneath you and you're kind of pushing his head under, or you've got underhooks, or you're in a front headlock. There's not a whole lot more going on with a snap than that. What usually, which we won't do today, is all that stuff that happens after the snap, when you start having to cross-face, you know, with either this arm or this arm to finish the go behind, because the dude's grabbing, particularly if you've got a gi on, they'll grab your pants, and it's hard to finish. Did you find anyone did that when you tried to get behind them?
Not really.
Yeah, because they don't know the move very well, probably.
Everyone's pretty out of practice. So.
Yeah, yeah, true. And a lot of BJJ guys, they're not used to that push-pull snap down. The takedowns that most BJJ guys know are more from judo. And so snaps is something that you pretty much only find in wrestling, even though it's a pretty basic, like it's hardly rocket science, but you have to have been taught it, kind of thing. So that's snaps and go behinds. So we'll just very quickly, we'll do the last two trips. So I just thought I'd give you a break from the trips, but the last two trips are either straight back and straight forwards. So we'll do straight back is lift, drag, trip, and land. I mean, this is a fucking easy throw.
All right.
Oh, yeah. It's good with that soft bottom because it's like the feet wiggling around. Beautiful. That was a great one. And just do one more. Yeah, nice. Yeah, relax. So the last trick back that we'll do is this is from the early days. Lift, walk, and hook over the top and fall down into full mount. Basically, this is the awesome move. Okay. And you really think that you're trying to get your calf and create like a hook over an actual like reap kind of thing. This is the last round. Yeah, good. That's great. Nice. And just on that one, if you pitch a little bit harder with your chest, it will stop it feeling like it's going to fuck your knee up as you land. Like sometimes if you fall and you let your leg go in front of you, it feels like you're going to land directly on your kneecap. So go like this and then tilt your chest forward and it'll feel safe.
Okay.
Yeah, like that. That's it. Good, good. Just do one more like that on the other side. Yeah, nice. That's it. Perfect. And that'll land you in a really flat mount that makes you super hard to roll. Because the most vulnerable time to get turned usually is in the initial landing when there's a bit of a bounce. And so if you can land in that splayed position, it's really hard to move. They just go, and they're just stuck. Cool, man. I think that'll do you. That was a bit tough. So
Thanks, man.
Cheers, man. Take it easy.
Yeah.